Clouds are starting to clear out. Skies are just lighting up, and it's going to be a beautiful day. The only problem is humidity and the heat are up. 78 for the beaches, downtown Los Angeles 88, San Fernando Valley 97 degrees, 95 for the high desert at the moment, 78 degrees, 99 Inland Empire. Jimmy looks like he's landing a 747 jet with all these hand signals. I got a little confused. Orange County Inland, 91 at the moment, 78 degrees, sunny and breezy in Orange County Inland. That's it. Frank, back to you.
And back to our breaking news out of Long Beach. That's where a robbery suspect remains barricaded inside a 7-Eleven. KTLA's Carlos Herrera live on the scene with the very latest for us. Carlos, good morning.
Hi, Frank. Good morning. 8 hours later, still nothing has changed. Resources here this morning at the 7-Eleven trying to convince that robbery suspect to come outside to surrender. That has not worked, and they're still looking into what they can do to bring him out. Let's get you up to Sky 5 overhead earlier this morning, giving us a look at what was going on in this area, blocked off with the heavy police presence in this area. We're talking police cars, Bearcat, SWAT officers, and other resources in this area. You can also see those officers on the roof of the building, making sure that the robbery suspect does not escape. Now, this all started shortly after 2 a.m. at the 7-Eleven here on Pine and Broadway in downtown Long Beach. Police saying a male suspect tried to rob the store at gunpoint. 2 employees were inside. They ran out, flagged down an officer that was nearby, letting him know that a suspect was trying to rob this area. The officer came back and noticed that the suspect had barricaded inside that 7-Eleven. A SWAT team was brought out later this morning, giving him commands to surrender with his hands up. That didn't work. Just past 5 a.m., a robot was also used to try and negotiate with the suspect. That didn't work either. At least 2 flashbangs were deployed. That was unsuccessful. Officers then decided to go inside and try to convince the suspect to come out. They were not able to make any physical contact with that man, so officers ended up getting out of that building. As we come back at our lives, this is still a fluid situation. Long Beach Police Department not giving us many details on that suspect, other than that it's a male, and again, he is armed with the gun. This is still a fluid situation. In the meantime, Broadway still blocked off between Pacific and Wade Court until further notice. I'll send it back to you guys.
Carlos, thank you. The LAPD is looking for a suspect who broke into a small business in LA's Westlake district. It happened around 5 o'clock this morning at the Temple Fish Market on Temple Street near Alvarado. An employee tells us her store has been broken into at least 3 times in the last few years. She says she arrived this morning to find the front store window smashed.
Thank you for the Channels 5 for as soon as possible you came here, and please help us, the community of Los Angeles. We are working hard for this, but always do this for us. I don't know why. I'm serving the Filipino people because this is a Filipino town.
She showed us police reports from past break-ins from 2023 and 2024. In the latest incident this morning, the suspect broke into the store, went behind the front counter, and ran out. It's unclear if anything was taken.
President Trump delivered a combative speech at the United Nations General Assembly this morning. He criticized the world body while touting what he believes are the achievements of his second term.
Under my leadership, energy costs are down, gasoline prices are down, grocery prices are down, mortgage rates are down, and inflation has been defeated. The number of illegal aliens admitted and entering our country has been 0. What is the purpose of the United Nations? The UN has such tremendous potential. All they seem to do is write a really strongly worded letter and then never follow that letter up. It's empty words, and empty words don't solve war.
At one point, President Trump told world leaders their countries were, quote, going to hell over migration. He also claims to have ended 7 wars between various nations around the world. He said the UN did not make any effort to help in those conflicts. He wants the international body to do more in that regard.
Late night talk show host Jimmy Kimmel will return to the air tonight. His show was suspended last week over comments he made related to the Charlie Kirk shooting. Not all ABC stations are airing his show tonight, though. KTLA's Aaron Myers live in Hollywood with the latest for us. Aaron.
Good morning, Lauren. Jimmy Kimmel received backlash and support after the suspension, many even calling for the boycott of Disney. Well, the show will be back tonight, and Stephen Colbert, he talked about the return of Jimmy Kimmel Live on his show yesterday.
This is, this is wonderful news for my dear friend Jimmy and his amazing staff. They continue the show. That's right. You know, I'm so happy for them. Plus, now that Jimmy's not being canceled, I get to enjoy this again. Yeah.
The suspension came after a controversial monologue about the shooter accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk and MAGA supporters' response to it. The Walt Disney Company issued a statement about the show's return yesterday, reading, "Last Wednesday, we made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday." Two of ABC's largest affiliates, Nexstar and Sinclair, decided to pull Kimmel from their stations, and that led to Disney suspending production altogether. Sinclair now says it will continue preempting Kimmel, but that conversations are ongoing. Nexstar Media Group, the parent company of KTLA, announced this morning that they will continue to preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live, adding that the media company will continue to monitor the show as it returns to ABC. Kimmel has not publicly commented on the situation. Neither he nor Disney have said what was agreed upon to get the show back on the air. As for any restrictions, Deadline reports a source said Jimmy will say what Jimmy wants to say. In an interview last week, FCC Chair Brendan Carr suggested broadcasters were running the possibility of fines or having their license revoked. But yesterday at the Concordia Summit, he said the FCC did not play a role in the show's suspension.
I saw there was a letter from some Senate Democrats that said the FCC threatened to revoke the license of Disney and ABC if they didn't fire Jimmy Kimmel, and that did not happen in any way, shape, or form.
Several protests calling for free speech took place after the show was pulled. Another yesterday morning where U.S. Congress members from California joined entertainment industry union reps outside of the Jimmy Kimmel Live Theater. Hundreds of well-known celebrities also signed an ACLU letter supporting Kimmel. And this morning we spoke to Alexandria, who's happy to see the show come back.
I'm happy that he's back. This shows that boycotting, I guess, helps. Yeah, and it works because I know a lot of people were trying to boycott Disney because of it. And yeah, it seems that if you really believe in something, you know, put something behind it and you'll get it what you want.
We have seen people heading into the Jimmy Kimmel Live Theater this morning, so things are underway. Several reports say Jimmy Kimmel will address the controversy in his monologue tonight. At this time, though, it's not known who his guests will be. Reporting live here in Hollywood, I'm Aaron Myers. I'll send it back to you both in the studio.
All right, Aaron, thank you for that. A retired California lobbyist accused of firing multiple shots into a Sacramento TV station has been formally charged. Prosecutors say 64-year-old Anabel Hernandez Santana fired shots into the lobby of the ABC affiliate on Friday, one day after a protest at the station over the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel Live. They claim he had notes in his car critical of the Trump administration, including its handling of the Jeffrey Epstein case. Authorities say there was also a reminder on his refrigerator calendar for Friday to, quote, do the next scary thing. Santana is facing several charges, including discharge of a firearm within a school zone. No one was injured in the shooting.
An Amazon Fresh employee was hurt after a car crashed into the store in Westchester. This happened around 8 o'clock last night at the Amazon Fresh on La Cienega Boulevard near Centinela. An Amazon Fresh employee told witnesses the driver was wearing a boot on her foot and couldn't hit the brakes in time to avoid crashing through the storefront. The employee was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
10:10, Mr. Krisky, I'm tired of the humidity.
Yeah.
Oh.
We all are a little
Okay.
bit, you know, because that's what they always say. Well, it's hot here, but it's
At least it's a
Not
dry
humid, it's
heat.
dry
Yeah,
heat.
no.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. The big lie. But yeah, it'll start to cool down over the weekend.
Okay.
Heading into Saturday and Sunday, and less humidity and cooler temperatures. Some areas dropping by about 10 degrees, especially in the valleys and the Inland Empire. So it will come to an end. We just have today. It's going to be actually a little bit cooler by tomorrow. Not that cold. Well, not cold. It's not going to get cold for a long time. But anyway, 75 degrees at the moment, 4 degrees warmer than we were yesterday at this time. And winds are from the west at 5 miles per hour. And there's that humidity, 71%. But boy, when you wake up in the morning and you're going out around 4:30, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, you really feel the heat and the humidity, I should say. Yesterday, 88, average is 82 degrees. 104 degrees, that record was set in 1883.